Very good afternoon to everybody. We will quickly start with the session. To start with, I will just briefly introduce everybody who is present here. We have with us Dr. Puoma, who is a senior consultant and director breast oncology, who has done her fellowship in breast diseases from RGUHS Bangalore. She also has done her fellowship from interdisciplinary breast center in Germany. She has done her international fellowship in oncoplastic reconstructive and aesthetic breast surgery. She comes with a total experience of more than 12 years in the field of breast oncology. Also, her areas of special interest are oncoplastic breast surgery. She also specializes in sentinel lymph node biopsy and reconstructive surgeries. Then we have with us Mrs. Millie Baroa. She is a yoga consultant and a patient navigator with Sidecare Hospitals. Her interest lies in yoga, music, singing, and writing blogs. She is a certified yoga instructor from S. Vyasa University. Her key responsibilities as navigator with Sidecare are running the Mind and Body Wellness Center. Also, she inspires and motivates and guides the cancer patients with us. Then we have with us Mrs. Ramabai, who is our patient and who has undergone treatment for breast cancer surgery with Dr. Puoma, and she is a professor in a university, in an engineering college now. So welcome everybody. To start with, we will have Dr. Puoma talking about how important is breast cancer awareness and what are the common myths about it. Also, later we can talk about the survivor and the caregiver's journey from both our presentees here. So Dr. Puoma, please.
Hello and welcome to this session about breast cancer awareness. October every year we create awareness about breast cancer to get the message about breast cancer to the general public, because it's become the most common cancer in women, and in India it is said that 1 in every 22 women would develop breast cancer in their lifetime. Though the rates of breast cancer is much lower in India compared to the West, where it's very common, 1 in every 8 women develop breast cancer, the mortality rates of people dying of breast cancer in India is very high. It is said that 1 in every 2 women with breast cancer in India dies because of breast cancer, and this is mainly because the cancers are diagnosed late, in very advanced stages. Women present very late because they do not know what are the symptoms of breast cancer and how it presents, and that's why we conduct these educational activities in the month of October to create awareness and get the information across that breast cancer, when detected very early, is curable. Early breast cancers have a cure rate of more than 95%, and that's why knowledge about breast cancer, screening for breast cancer is very important. And breast cancer can affect anybody. It just doesn't there's no rule that I don't have family history, I have nobody in the family with cancer, so I can't get cancer, or I'm too young, I cannot get cancer. Any women aging with age can develop breast cancers. Very rarely men too can develop breast cancers, though it's uncommon in men, obviously more common in women. Anybody can develop, and the key important thing is if you notice any change in the breast, please get it evaluated immediately, and every new change or a lump in the breast has to be evaluated for breast cancer, and cancer has to be ruled out. That's the message we want to get across today. I would say we in India, breast cancer occurs at a very young age too, where in the West where we say it's more common after the age of 40, but according to our own statistics, we've seen that nearly 50% of our breast cancers occur in women younger than 50 years of age, and so younger women too have to be educated about the symptoms and signs of breast cancer and how cancer can present, and how we should not neglect any change in the breast, because breast cancer, when detected early, has excellent long-term outcomes. And today with me I have two very young, dynamic women who, have been diagnosed with breast cancer and who've completed their treatment, who are now back to living their complete normal lives. And I wanted to get their perspective about breast cancer and how it has affected them. What are the changes that has happened? How their journey has been.
Ramabai, and I got diagnosed at the age of 36. Like, while I was diagnosed, I was so panicked, and I don't know, I met Dr. Prasad there, and immediately he sent me to Dr. Puama. Initially I was skeptical, and I was so silly, and I don't know how much silly questions I asked ma'am actually. I would have asked 1,000 silly questions actually, because this journey is new to everyone, and the way she approached, really, I thought I would like to continue my journey with ma'am actually, because it was not like we have 1,000 fears and 1,000 questions. So I need a doctor who can address the 1,000 fear and 1,000 questions. And I thought Goma ma'am is the correct person for that. I can't say it by word actually. Literally, actually, she made me prepare for this particular journey. So, each step, see, it's not that day and that particular event. I have to survive. That's totally possible. Okay? So she put me through that actually. Each day, to the end of the treatment, she made me comfortable actually, and she explained each and everything in a detailed way. So, leave about a small question or a big question or whatever it may be, I have shooted her, and the time she allotted for me, like she never said, "Oh, this is the time is over. I have my other patient is waiting." No, that's not the case. So every detail with the picture, with the pictorial representation, what it is going to happen, and if I am having a pain in some other area, I would like to. The fear is conquered actually me, and all my fears have been cleared by ma'am actually. So I don't want to go about my journey actually. The thing is that, like that is there actually. With whom you want to continue the journey is the thing, like I felt actually. So ma'am cleared all my problems, and even I have a family history of cancer.
Yeah, Rama.
So I had a lot of questions in that area also. So I have then they took my blood for my gene testing, and unfortunately I was found with BRCA gene, which was responsible for the breast cancer at early age actually. And so if you have that gene, what sort of treatment I have to undergo after the treatment? So ma'am explained that also in a clear way. So I was diagnosed with BRCA2, and ma'am said, if it is BRCA2, I have to do double mastectomy, plus I have to remove my ovaries and fallopian tube, because this can cause ovarian cancer also. There is a percentage for ovarian cancer, and it was listed in the report actually. So this sort of suggestion was also given by ma'am. So this was my journey. Right now I am comfortable, and it is almost 2 years over, and I am going to continue my journey only with Dr. Puama. Hopefully I will ask still more 1,000 silly questions, and she will be able to answer me and keep me in a comfortable position. So this is my journey.
Hi, Rama. Tell us more about when you know, initially came to, the diagnosis of breast cancer. What are the thoughts that went through your mind? How did you deal with the treatment? Over, it was a treatment over 6 months, right? And now you've completed it. How do you feel now? Do you feel like, okay, was it such a terrible journey? Is it something people have to panic about? Because that's the thing. Always people think, oh, I have cancer, my life is over, I'm going to die. So I want you to talk about how you feel today. The cancer process is over. How you're back today, how you're happy, how you're back to life, you're doing everything you want. Can you talk more about that, please?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, like for me, I thought like if it is cancer, means so I have to wait till it's getting reoccurrence. But my ma'am, poor ma'am, always reassured, like your life is not just engulfed to cancer; it's just a part of a life. So she said, always focus on some other thing. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on what you can live and enjoy. So I thought always that in the mind. So life is just not with the cancer. It is much more than that actually. The fear will be there, but you should have the correct doctor and correct family to acknowledge that particular fear. So ma'am always encouraged me to focus on my career back again. So even right now I'm working as assistant professor. I don't know if you won't believe it. After getting the offer letter, I sent to ma'am only. Ma'am said, yeah, you have to continue. And I would really thank her for giving me the encouragement and putting me in a comfortable zone so that I can fight this cancer and live a comfortable full life.
Rama, I always think of you as the Angelina Jolie of India, because people are always unaware about, breast cancer and the family history associated with it. But actually, only about 5 to 10% of breast cancers are familial, where, you have a family history and you have a BRCA mutation. And more than 90% of breast cancers are not familial, meaning to say you don't have any kind of family history. And yes, if you have a family history, the way we treat it is completely different. And I'm glad that you're back back to normal activities and you're leading your life, and cancer has just been it's just passed through in your life and is not a permanent a fixation. And I'm glad that you've gone beyond cancer and leading your life to the fullest. That is what is important, I think, for all our patients to remember. And the message across should be, early detected breast cancers have excellent long-term outcomes, and people don't have to panic and think cancer is the end of life. It's not the end of the journey. It's just a part of your normal journey. And I think the one question always people say is, do I have to worry? And I keep telling them, what are we going to achieve by worrying, right? You have something, we deal with it, we move on. And I think that's where awareness is very important. Screening is important. We detect cancers early. Women should not procrastinate and wait and say, my health come last. No, your health is the most important thing. So if you detect anything abnormal in your breast, please come in, get yourself examined, and if there is something there, not all lumps or all problems in the breast do not always mean cancer. Only a small percentage of women have cancer, and most of these can be non-cancerous stuff, but cancer has to be always ruled out, and that's what is important. Millie, how has your journey been? I'm sorry we couldn't hear you before. You've had, you've worn multiple hats. You're a lawyer by education. You've been a news anchor. You've done professional, singing for Assamese TV. You've been an air hostess, and in between all of that, cancer has also passed through your life. How are you today? Post cancer diagnosis. What are you doing? How has cancer changed your life? How do you look back at the journey of having had breast cancer and dealt with it?
Thank you, Dr. Puama, for the question. And thank you, Dr. Puama and Dr. Ayushi, for arranging the session about breast cancer awareness. And it's so good to see you, Rama. Yes, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2014, and I had two options in front of me. One is to cry about it and why did this happen to me, and think about the pain and agony that I'll go through. And the second one was accept it with a smile and go with the treatment, go with the flow, and see what happens next. And I chose the second path. And I'm glad that I chose the second path. Throughout the treatment, the smile was always there in my face. So I would request everyone, whoever is recently diagnosed or going through treatment, do not give up. Accept it and take the treatment and comply and complete the treatment. It is very, very important to accept it at the beginning. And it really helped me a lot. And throughout 8 and 9 months during my treatment, I was doing one more thing, that is yoga. Although sometimes it's difficult for you to do asana, definitely you can do breathing exercises and pranayama and mindfulness and meditation, which definitely help you to come out of the stress and the fatigue that we feel during the chemotherapy or radiation or during surgery. So that really helped me, and I feel after cancer, my life is much better. So don't think that life after cancer can be really traumatic. From my personal experience, I can say life after cancer is much more beautiful because we value every moment, because we value every small thing in life. And when life gives you one more chance, you want to make it better, you want to make it excellent. And I'm happy that I have chosen yoga as a part of my life. And I have been working with a lot of people teaching yoga, doing yoga, and I'm really grateful to all the doctors and thankful to all the doctors. Thank you to SiteCare Hospital for giving me another life, and I wish everybody a very, very healthy and happy life ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Millie and Rama, for joining us on this session, to create awareness of breast cancers. And I would say hats off to both of you to go back and lead a full life, and that's what gives us energy also to continue with our work, because it's encouraging for us to see our patients leading a good, healthy life, doing what they love doing. And people always think cancer, post a cancer diagnosis, life comes to a full stop, and it's a very pleasant experience for us also to have our patients go back and leading a healthy, normal life. And I think you all are the true ambassadors we need to create awareness about breast cancer and how we should not be afraid about a diagnosis about cancer, and to seek treatment early so that long-term outcomes are good. And I think together we can create more awareness, get people more educated, create and to remove this stigma about cancer. And you all are the true people to show us how to lead our lives and be back to be healthy and normal again. Thank you so much.